If you look at the program at the bottom, this bottom paragraph, there were 3 names that we needed to add to the program that I was unaware of. But there were 3 people who I should have mentioned in the program. And so I want to go ahead and acknowledge those people. Thanks to the principal here for providing us with the museum space. And also to Joy and Diane Conti and John Groff and 3 others, Louise Osborne, Juanice Griffin, and Barbara and Laura. They were all involved in getting the museum set up. And so I'm sorry that I did not have their names in the program, but I just wanted to acknowledge them, that they were instrumental in setting up the museum. I just want to say hello to everybody and welcome you all. Somebody's talking to him, obviously. Oh, everybody knows me. I don't have to. Don't y'all all know my name? Okay. All right. So, no worries. I was going to do the introductions. But I guess I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Mark McCall. I'm the Georgia School for the Deaf Alumni Association president. And our secretary is not here right now. The committee is my wife, who is unable to come because she's sick, Melinda McCall. She's sick right now, so she couldn't join us. In the Hall of Fame, Frank Osborne. And then the person who's in charge of homecoming events was Shay. What's the last name? Joy Gibson took care of the members. And the museum is Joy Gibson as well. And the scholarship fund, Diane Conti takes care of that. And our website master is Martha Timms. And I just want to thank everybody for all of your hard work thus far. If it wasn't for all of you, our history would disappear. So we're so happy that all of you have been instrumental in keeping our history alive. The Georgia School for the Deaf and the museum, we want to thank everybody who was helpful in getting all of this set up for us and made it such a success. Some people thought that we were only going to recognize Raymond Baker, but that's not true. If any of you are former students here at Georgia School for the Deaf, please send them to us. Any sort of memorabilia that you have that you want to donate to the museum, please give it to Joy or Diane, and they will tell you what it is that you need to do to make those donations. So this isn't just for Raymond Baker. This is for all former students of Georgia School for the Deaf. So any student that was here that wants to donate pictures or other memorabilia, please feel free to do so. I'd like to ask Roscoe to say a few words about Raymond and to honor him. So if you'll come forward, please, Roscoe. I'm old and just got worn out parts. I'm Roscoe Dukes, Jr. And I just came down with a bad knee yesterday and a pulled hamstring, and it's just about to kill me. So, but I didn't want to miss this event to honor Raymond Baker. He was my best friend
I've known Raymond since 1944, and we were teammates on basketball and football. John Mock and Tom Bird and Billy Adams and me, I think, are the 4 remaining classmates. There were 12 of us in my class. When we first started, we were the Blue Jays, so our colors were blue, and we had a good team. And then in 1945, we all played together for 4 years, and we finished in 47. I played for 3 years. And then I think I might have the dates wrong because it's been such a long time, but it was either 47 or 48. He was a great athlete in every sport that he played. He was a kicker, quarterback, fullback. I blocked for him all the time so that he could get through. We played 7 and 4, so that was called a D formation. And I blocked for him, and he was always able to get through. He was a great athlete. And he was very involved in being a team leader and providing team spirit for all of us. So that was such a long time ago, but it was a wonderful time that we grew up together and played as the Blue Jays. And then in 1948, they changed the team colors to green and gold and became the Tigers. So that's really all that I can say, other than that I really miss Raymond and loved him so much, and his family. It's so good to see his family here. Enough of that.
So I'd like to make a couple of comments about Raymond. When I was a young boy, I met Janie, and I looked up to them because I was a little guy and they were adults, you know, and I was just a little boy, and they were signing, and I was looking up to them and signing and just thought it was the coolest thing. And then even though their children transferred over to the Atlanta Area School for the Deaf, they used to come here to Georgia School for the Deaf often. And I used to hear about all of their stories all the time, and hearing their history when they were here at school, and it was so inspiring. And Janie, you know, talked about her husband and their experiences at Georgia School for the Deaf, and talked about their 3 children all the time, and I'll never forget their family because they were so impressive to me. Raymond really made an impression on me. Before he died, he let all of his children know that when he died, he did not want to have flowers at his funeral. He wanted people to donate to the Georgia School for the Deaf Alumni Association in lieu of providing flowers. So as a result of that, the money that people donated was used to make this shadow box to honor him, and the remaining funds were donated to the museum, and that's how we got the museum started. So he is honorary because this is what started the process of setting up the museum. But we do want to make sure that everybody knows that this is for all students that attended the school. So anybody that wants to make donations to the museum, whether it be monetary or memorabilia, please do that. And thank you to the Baker family for being here today. And we'll never say goodbye to your father. We'll always love him. Never say goodbye to your father, to your husband. He'll always be remembered here. Mama wants to say something. Okay. Just stand next to her and make sure she doesn't fall. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad that all of you came, and it's so good to see everybody's faces who I haven't seen in such a long time. It really means a lot to me that you're here. And I just wanted to point out that this little wooden heart that you see in the shadow box, Raymond used to work in the wood shop, and one day he decided to make this little heart-shaped piece of wood, and he wrote RB and JE on it, which meant Raymond Baker and Janie Elder being sweethearts. And so when we put the shadow box together, I wanted to put this in here, and my daughter said, no, don't put that in there. It's not part of the sports. And I said, no, I want it there anyway. So I was definitely had it. And this plant was grown by the Georgia School for the Deaf students in the greenhouse in the back here. So we'd like to give it to you, Jamie. Thank you so much. So we'd like for the Baker family to please come up here for pictures. And